Hello, my name is Allison. I'm a part-time reseller. I've been reselling for a few years now, and since so many of my friends and family know that I resell on the side, they often ask me this question. That question is, how do I know if I have something that's worth selling? So I'm going to give you a few quick tips on how you can quickly identify if something you have or something you see at a garage sale is worth reselling. My first example is if you have something that you know what it is, you're able to easily look it up. In this example, it's, a Little People, it's got the brand right on it, even if I'm not sure what it is. It's Fisher Price, Aladdin and Jasmine, Little People Magic Carpet. So this is very easy to go on eBay and look up, so I will show you how to do that. eBay works really well just from the phone app, so you don't even necessarily need to be on a computer. So I'll pull up the eBay app on my phone and I'll just search for what the item is. So in this case, Little People, Aladdin, Magic Carpet. As you can see then, a bunch of results will pop up. Don't take what's on this screen necessarily as fact, as people can post items for any amount they want. Now to see what something is actually sold for, go to the filter and turn on completed and sold items. And that will bring up items that have actually sold. So here's some examples that have sold, 15, 20, 25. Notice some of them are complete or incomplete. Ours includes both the Aladdin and Jasmine, so I would look at ones that included the same items. And it looks like 20 is a pretty average number. Now you can also turn off the sold to see just the completed and see how many of these items sold rather than just completed without selling. So in this case, about 75% of them have actually been selling. So that's a pretty good resale rate. You'll notice when I look at the filter here, it tells me there are 27 results that have sold, and that means in the last 90 days, 27 of these items have sold with these keywords I have typed in. Now, if I go back to the filter and I turn off sold, and it will go from saying show 27 results to show 39 results. That means that 27 of these items have sold and there have been 39 total listed that the listing has completed. Perhaps they've expired and relisted if they haven't sold. So 27 out of 39 in the last 90 days have sold. So that's a pretty good resale rate. So I would say that is worth selling. You can expect about $20 to $25. And if you also go back to the search, you can also see how many are listed right now. I think there were about 40 of these listed right now, so that's not a lot of competition. If you searched and there were 500 or 1,000, that might be a little too much to compete with and might not be worth listing. For my next example, we're going to take a look at something that you might not be sure exactly what it is. You might not be able to find a brand or a marking to be able to search by. So in my example here, I have this vintage cat cookie jar, and if I go and look on the bottom here, there's a marking but not something I can recognize. I've looked all around, haven't been able to identify it just by looking at the item itself. So I'm going to start just by looking on eBay to see, can I identify this item without having to do some further research. So I'm going to go into eBay here and type in vintage cat cookie jar. Now, as you can see, I'm getting hundreds of results, but there are just so many different types and nothing that is coming up as exactly what I'm looking for. So I'm gonna need to dig a little deeper in order to be able to find this exact item and figure out what its value might be. Now, since I didn't have any luck finding this cat cookie jar on the eBay app, I'm going to go and use another app called Google Lens. Now, you can find this app on the App Store or whatever platform you use to download apps to your phone or tablet. Just go into that store, search Google, and download this app. Now, when you go into the Google app, the search bar will come up and you'll see this camera icon on the right-hand side. If you click on that camera icon, you will get the Google Lens feature to open up. So it's going to open the camera live for me, and I will take a picture of my item and hit search, and right away the exact cookie jar that I'm looking for pops up. Now, don't take too much as fact on this page as far as the prices that are coming up, because again, you might be getting listings from a wide variety of resale sites where people are able to just list their item for whatever they personally think it's worth. You know, just because it's listed as that much, it does not mean that anyone has purchased it for that much. So it's always worth doing a little deeper dive to figure out what have people actually purchased this for. So now that we have looked this up and we see all these search results are coming back rather than just vintage cat cookie jar, they're coming back as Cheshire Cat by Doran. So I'm just going to go back to the eBay app and search Cheshire Cat cookie jar. And now obviously I'm getting the cartoon Cheshire Cat, but then I'm also getting results now for this cookie jar that I'm looking for. And again, I'm going to go into the filter, turn on the sold and completed. And right there, I have several examples of this cookie jar selling on eBay. It looks for, you know, between $45 and $60, depending on the shipping. So I definitely think that's worth listing. And I'll also go and look and see how many are listed right now. It looks like only a handful were currently listed, so not a lot of competition. So I think that is a good thing to resell. And obviously, just by seeing these results, if you ever see the Alice in Wonderland Cheshire Cat cookie jar out and about, that is definitely worth reselling. This example is something that I sold a few months ago, and at the time I was having a hard time identifying exactly what it was. So once again, I will open the Google Lens app. I'm going to go into my camera roll and find this picture. In this example, it is a vintage Barbie dress. And I had an idea that this was probably from the 60s just because it was with several other dresses from the 60s that I was able to identify, and it all came from a lot of the same collection. So I knew the approximate time period, but when I was searching vintage yellow Barbie dress, I was just getting a wide variety of options that were not the item I was looking for. So as soon as I grab this picture, you can see it pulls up a couple of the exact item I'm looking for, but it's still finding a lot of results that are not the item I'm looking for. So I'm going to expand on this picture a little bit to try to get a little better result. So as you can see, when you first open the app and go to the picture you would like to look up, it will automatically hone in on what it recognizes as an object in the photo. Now, if you have a lot of objects, you might need to click onto something else to grab the object you're actually hoping to identify. So in this case, when I first opened the app, it honed in on the dress. I said, okay, let's just search for that. It did not give me the result I was looking for. So now I can go back to the picture and I can expand this square to include all of the elements of the outfit that I have. So once we do that, we will get some more results. All right, as you can see now, a lot of the results are coming up with exactly the item I'm looking for, and I can look in these results and see, okay, these are all called Barbie shirt dress 1487. Most vintage Barbie clothes have a number associated with the outfit. So now I can go into eBay and just type in vintage Barbie 1487, and I'm gonna get a bunch of results of this exact outfit that I'm looking for. I'm going to try first just searching Barbie shirt dress 1487 to try to really zero in on the item I want to sell. Right now, there are none listed. If I go to sold and completed, it's only coming up with 2 results. So maybe I need to widen my search to just be a little more vague. So I'm going to take out shirt and just search for dress. All right, a couple more listings this time by searching Barbie dress 1487. Now let's go look at the sold, turn on completed sold, and now we're getting a lot more results. As you can see, this item, depending on how many pieces you have, will sell anywhere from $20 to $50. I sold my set with those 3 pieces for $50. Take into consideration when you're comparing these sold, what is the condition of your item compared to the sold one? You know, are you missing pieces? Is it complete, incomplete? And just use that as your best judgment on what do you think the value would be of your item. Now, keep in mind that the eBay search history in comps goes back only 90 days. So that means this is only things that have sold in the last 90 days. Anything beyond that is not visible to me from the eBay app. There are some third-party sites like WorthPoint where you can go and search, I think, up to 10 years of history of sold. So if you ever have a very unique item and you're not getting a lot of results and you're certain that you have identified clearly what the item is you're looking for and you're still not finding any comparable sales, you could always try a third-party site like WorthPoint. It does have a monthly fee. You might be able to do a short trial just to identify a handful of items that you might not be able to find this way. And those are my helpful tips when trying to identify items to sell on eBay and to see if the value makes it worth selling. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope it helps you find what you're looking to sell on eBay. And please take a look at my channel, check out some other videos, and subscribe.